Hello. So, I reckon it's about time for me to do another video where I talk about stuff and it's not like pre-planned or whatever, because I really need to sort this out. Obviously, as I've probably said a million times, the point of these videos is for me to watch back over them after I've filmed them so I know where I was at a certain point. And my first video was directly after I had my awakening experience, and I wanted to be able to remember exactly what it felt like to have had that experience, and I wanted to be able to get back to that if I lose track of that. And I've realized lately how much I've actually lost that, or what I had. I mean, a lot of it is still here, still with me, but it's just I'm not feeling the constant flow of positivity anymore. I can, if I remember, it's just we don't really think about it that much. I'm gonna be trying to speak faster in all my videos, but I don't know if it'll actually do anything, because, you know, usually it just I'll talk like really fast, or at least what I think is really fast, and when I watch over it's just normal speed. Well, for other people. And when I think I'm talking normally, I watch it and it's just like painfully slow, and I have no idea what this is going to be like, because I'm not really trying to talk that fastest like right now, because I don't exactly have something planned to say. So I just had to quickly stop that filming because Liam walked in and I thought it would be Cody, but it wasn't. It was Liam. Liam is my brother, just so you know. So anyway, getting to whatever point there's going to be, yeah. Alright, so, developments. God, okay, there are a couple things that have happened. I don't know if I'll be able to talk about both of them. I have to keep in mind that I've already been filming for a minute or so. Okay, so for Christmas I asked sorry. I asked for a book called An Ascension Handbook, and it is, I can actually show you. Alright. Here. Here. Look. An Ascension Handbook. It's really trippy. I've tried to read parts of it out loud to people before, but it just, I get lost in what I'm saying, and people just like can't process what I'm saying. It's just really trippy. But initially it's going to be a guide to Ascension, and it's saying that Ascension is a process that we're already going through. By the time you read this book, you're going to already have started the Ascension process. And a lot of the stuff it says is like really really relevant. I don't know, but the first couple of things it goes over is time, space, and matter. And what it does, it's talking about this it's talking about these things, right? These concepts that actually create everything, the universe, everything that we perceive. It's talking about these things in such detail, but in a simple way. It's like, I don't know, it's so simple that anyone could understand it, but there's so much detail. It's just like taking you over just the fine details of what everything is, and it's really cool. And they talk about, I'm hearing noises. Liam might still be here, Cody might be here. Anyway, talking about how your higher consciousness, higher than yourself, is overseeing every single thing that you do in this lifetime, in your other lifetimes, as human and as other things. It asks you to imagine if you could see every single thing that every version of yourself was doing at the same time, because everything exists simultaneously. So it tells you to imagine if you could see all of that and you could understand what the outcomes of every decision that you're going to make would be, and how it impacts each of the people around you in each of those scenarios. Just overseeing all this all at the same time, and I thought that's a really, really interesting concept. And then I could imagine it. It's not like I couldn't imagine it. It was rather cool. I was like, yeah, man, that'd be awesome, because that's what we've been wanting to experience life as. Instead of experiencing it as this human, we want to oversee everything, just like blah. And the other day, I had this experience where we actually went up there and saw all that from their perspective, from the person that's already up there viewing everything like that. Or that was already up there at the time, because for some reason it feels like they take shifts. Because when I was up there, it felt like I knew I hadn't been there for that terribly long, and someone else was going to take over soon. So, it was because I had some Potpourri stuff, and it was like crazy, man. We jumped through time and everything. I guess I'll talk about this later when I know that no one's listening in on this. I gotta get work first. Okay, so we started filming this like last week sometime, and well, clearly we didn't actually get to finish. So I'm gonna continue on from where I left off. Basically, I know I look like shit today. Whatever. So we're talking about the experience we had, and the reason why we were so slow and seemingly reluctant to say that we had taken something to have that experience is it's weird. We're not actually entirely ever sure about how to pronounce that word. People that smoke it, that I know, just call it Potpourri, but it's spelt the same as Potpourri. It's just Potpourri is supposed to be decorative and kind of, I guess, smelly. And I guess that's what they sell this stuff as, but it's actually not, and it's for smoking. But they label it as not for human consumption because, well, that's the only way they can sell it. So I guess I'm just gonna be calling it Potpourri. Anyway, this kind of stuff, we had it before, like, in the past. A brother gave it to us, and it's just, you don't even need a full cone of it, and you're fucked. I mean, I shouldn't be swearing. But yeah, it messes you up. Basically, it's not like weed. And I had some back when I first tried some. I had a cone of it, and I couldn't, like, everything turned into pixels. All I was seeing was pixels, and I called it the data because that's just what I saw it as pixels, the data, everything was just these little squares, these little colourful flashing squares, all just like changing colour. But I realised after I had this particular experience that there might actually just be the screens and stuff, and I'm just like not knowing what I'm actually looking at. Oh, the screens, right? I said that because talking about the thing, the being in that place where you're watching all of your different selves having all your different lifetimes and stuff, at the same time, all the experiences, everything, when you're watching that, I guess it could be like watching a bunch of different screens, which is why I said screens, and like, you're watching it happen, so it's like, things are gonna happen, the colours are gonna change, so maybe that's what the data was, and I just didn't know. But, yeah, anyway, I keep switching back and forth. So, the first time I did it, it was where, the data and everything, we had this kind of experience where it was kind of a bad trip, but kind of like awesome at the same time. And we would go into this data world where everything was data, and then eventually you just there's nothing around you that you know is around you physically. So like, I was lying in my bed, I was trying to watch TV to keep my mind focused on something, but then in the data world there was nothing there. There was no TV, there was no furniture around me, I couldn't feel myself on anything, it was all just pixels. I don't know, it was like dark at the same time, I don't know, it was really weird. But this particular experience I'm talking about that I had after the Potpourri, week or so, more than a week ago, I don't know, it was really cool. You see, I had just been reading about it in that book, but that's not why I had the experience. I mean, obviously, like, it helped trigger it, but I don't think that my mind just, like, kind of made it up, because I wasn't thinking about it at the time, not that you have to be, but a lot of things like that have happened with that book. Like, I read about a term in that book, and then it pops up somewhere else in my life the same day. That happened yesterday. I'm talking about the ego self. I hadn't really heard of the ego self before, and then it just pops up on something on Facebook, and I'm just like, hey, I just found out about that. So yeah, I think it was like that. It wasn't directly caused by that. But, so, we, had a thing. Oh yeah, sorry if this is if you can hear the laptop sound in the background. I didn't want to turn my laptop off, and I wanted to film here, so too bad. Oh my god, so much has happened, but no, I'll focus on finishing this video, and then I'll do another one about other stuff. Okay, okay, so, after I had some of the Potpourri, that one time, you know, the last time, I don't exactly remember what directly happened after that. You see, that's the thing. Like, I had some at first, then just going about business, whatever, and then eventually going back and having more. And then at that point, I don't know exactly what happened, because what happened is we went to that place. We just found ourselves up there. I don't know why I keep saying up there, but it felt like, I guess it'll be explained, but I felt like it was up, because eventually it came back down. and it felt like coming down. Not like coming down off the drug or anything, like literally descending. So it was like up there. I was up there, but I didn't recognize myself as me. When I was up there, I knew that what I was experiencing while I was up there was normal for me to experience. It was like I was watching all the different lifetimes, all the different screens, all the different things, so I could like zoom in on different lifetimes, just like go in, come back out, and just like it had this whole range of screens to look at, to watch all this stuff on. And I remember thinking things that that person up there was thinking. And it's not like judgmental stuff, but it's more just like I'm watching this. When is it someone else's turn? I don't know. It's weird, but I'm sorry if I keep like getting distracted or whatever. I'm just trying to process what I want to say with this. So, awesome things, man. I've already been filming now as long as the other part of the video. Okay, focus. I haven't even said that much. We were conscious of the fact that we were zooming in and out of these different lifetimes, and that these different lifetimes were part of us, but we felt really distant from it because we weren't experiencing life like that, and we felt like we were just like up there. Our job was to watch, and that's all basically. And so I remember focusing on one lifetime, zooming in on it, and it got closer and closer. It was like focusing more and more, and then the more the closer I got, the more opinions there were to have about it. Like the more opinionated the person seemed to be, and the person seemed to be changing as they're coming down. So it was like they were one person, and then as they're coming down, they would gradually just change. It was really noticeable, especially like being in that person. But then when zooming in on the screen, it went further than zooming in to watch it, and just that, it went into it, and I felt like it was descending and going down and down. We could feel ourselves dropping down and down and down, and before we got there, like to the body, the person that we were watching, which was this body, by the way, but we didn't recognize it as our body. It's just a body that is of one of ours, and we were just like, oh crap. They literally said something like, oh, why do we have to do this one? Just because there was no one manning the body at the time, because we were up there with the people, so we were just watching the body, and the body was on autopilot. The body was just trying to walk around, but there was nobody in there. It was trying to do things, and there was nobody in there. And it was, I remember thinking as that person, that body is a bit silly. What is she doing? What is it doing? What? And it was just like, but I remember the actual coming down so far that it was like, oh shit, we're gonna be inside this body. We're gonna be this person. Oh, and then realization like completely changed, the perception changed, and it was just like, oh, wow, I'm actually going to be this person in this body. That's what's gonna happen right now. And I remember, I don't remember anything before this. I remember coming into the body. I remember landing, and I remember there being my two friends with me at the time, and they're both really worried. They're both like trying to take care of us or whatever, because the person at the time was like the person that was in the body before me, if there was anyone in the body or if it was just the body, I don't know, but it was freaking out a little bit, and it was just like, there was so much confused energy, and it was just like, oh my god, what the fuck. And then as soon as I took over this body, it was just like, oh hey guys, like, knowing that they would probably have just seen the body like crying or freaking out or something. I don't know what the body was doing, but I got the sense that the body was just acting the complete opposite of how I was acting, which was just chill, which was just like, oh hey, I'm here, what's going on? And I said, like, what's going on, what have I missed? And then they said, well, you fell over. And then I remember saying just like, what? What are you talking about? Fell over? I don't remember falling over. And then they said, yeah, outside, you fell off the decking outside. And you hurt your back. And I was just like, I don't remember this happening whatsoever. And then, this is where it gets really interesting. And then, I came into consciousness outside, just before I had the second cone, just before we would have gone up there and done all that stuff that we just knew that we did. We just went into the body and then experienced everything that happened there. Then we fell over. We did the whole falling over experience, and it didn't click straight away that that is what happened, that that's what they were talking about, that had already happened. I didn't fall over twice, just so you know. But in a way, I guess I did, because I actually jumped in time. Like, I think I mentioned that before. Like, I went into a time where I had already fallen over, experienced everything and talked about it and stuff, and then I was like, no, I don't remember this happening. Jumped back in time to then experience the thing that we were just talking about that I did. So then after that, I was just like, oh my god, do you guys just realize what just happened? I came out before, said that we didn't remember falling over. Do you remember that? I don't remember falling over, and then we fell over. And they were like, what the hell are you talking about? This just happened, you just fell over. So obviously they had no idea what I was talking about, because my past was their future and might not have ended up happening. But then I think I asked about it like a few days later or something, and yeah, I asked Edward about it, and he said, oh, that's what you're talking about. Yeah, I had no idea what you're talking about. You just like suddenly said all this stuff. You weren't really making any sense. It didn't register as what you were talking about. But yeah, he must have thought I had brain damage or something, just like, oh, I don't remember doing that. But no, really, I know for a fact that I experienced stuff at a different time than the body experienced it. Or at least at the same time, but a different time. I experienced the talking about falling over before I experienced the falling over. I don't know if I'm explaining this very well, but that is what happened. I don't know. It was really trippy, and it was really cool. And, like, the whole thing, it was a really awesome experience. I was, like, up there, and I was experiencing something I wanted to experience, and I wanted that to be the way we experience life, the way we experience existence, like I said before. So, having a taste of that, that's so cool. I don't know why I had to come back to this existence. Maybe I didn't, maybe it's someone else that was up there. I don't even know. I always play with my hair in every video. There is always something wrong with my hair, and I'm always trying to fix it. I don't know if it's every video, but probably. It probably is. My hair looks longer. Maybe it's just because it's straighter for some reason. I don't know. I look weird. Anyway, I already looked weird. Okay. Anyway, so yes, that happened and that was exciting. And now I've been filming for way too long. But hopefully I haven't been talking slow, so that's okay. Anyway, thank you and goodbye. And sorry it took me so long to do this video. Not that any of you really care, because I probably have like, what, 2 viewers. But I needed to do this and I've done it now. And then I will be making more videos, and I probably keep saying that, but I really do want to make more videos. There's so much I want to talk about, which I've probably also said multiple times, but that actually is, and I really have to go because I'm taking up way too much of your time already. Thank you, bye.